Down that Patriots win over the Ravens. It's Andy Gresh, and let's be honest, neither of us predicted that one.
Nope. I did not see that one coming, and maybe when Bill Belichick next time tells us, I think we're better prepared for a team, maybe we can take it a little more seriously given the way the defense played.
That was a throwback performance in that well-coached, sound, three-phase football, no mistakes. You had the weather. It just felt like one of those classic Patriot games.
If you go back to the very beginning of the Bill Belichick run here, that's what it felt like, except you had different quarterbacks, obviously, but the formula was still pretty much the same, right? Run the ball, stop the run, keep it in front of you, don't allow big plays, but most importantly, take care of the football. And Yianni, that's the one thing I didn't see coming. I thought with this weather, it would be a disaster for the Patriots, and instead, it was a masterful performance, and that goes all the way to the specialists. Joe Cardona with 4 punt snaps with that wet football, and it never got away from him. Baltimore center couldn't even snap it to Lamar Jackson. Joe Cardona was fantastic holding the ball last night.
Yeah, and Belichick was praising his special teams unit for exactly that. What was the team doing last night that they hadn't been doing? And we always talk about Belichick teams improving in November and December, besides last year. Is this a case where the team is just slowly but surely getting there?
Well, I think as I look at it more deeper, that Baltimore was the matchup that New England maybe built that defense for in the offseason, because you had those bigger guys in Winovich and Simon, and you rotated your 3 defensive linemen. You had those guys out there, and then Duggar and Phillips at times were big in terms of coming off the edge, creating pressure, and trying to hem in, really, that Baltimore running game. So I think it kind of started there, that the defensive personnel really showed up and fit stopping Baltimore. Baltimore had some self-inflicted wounds. Let's be real. Bad snap 4th and 1. Bad snap on that 1st and 10 with 6 minutes to go. That's a drive killer there when they're still in the game. And I think for offensively, look, they hit a trick play, and that ball from Myers dropped right in between 2 defenders, so you need a little luck. They had good play design, and I thought the wide receivers stood out yesterday. I know they didn't catch a lot of balls, Yianni, but they were knocking people down in the running game.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers throwing the ball, catching the ball, the old Giselle line.
But go watch that play again and notice how N'Keal Harry and Damiere Byrd were right there to be blocking wide receivers. And I think it was Byrd who had to stiff somebody who was trying to come up the field late. Those wide receivers in the run game and those little chips down on defensive ends where it's right along the line of scrimmage and allows Onwenu to kick out, like on the Cam touchdown. Wide receivers blocked down. Onwenu walked into the end zone and was like, hey, Cam, come on, buddy, here you go. Like, it literally escorted him in.
Good game by Josh McDaniels last night, play calling.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, you hit the big play. They ran the ball very well. And the thing about Damian Harris is he runs with gears. Like, if you see Shaq Mason, the pulling guard, and you see Harris, he's not standing there waiting for the block. He's kind of slowly moving, and then he can kick it into 5th gear and really get around a level of a secondary player. That's another thing, too. We highlighted on New England Nation the O-lineman getting up on those backers. Much better job of that last night against Baltimore.
All right, just getting started with Andy Gresh. Coming up in just a bit, we'll discuss that potential playoff path and early thoughts on the Texans game coming up this Sunday. Much more from the Patriots Wrap coming up right after this.